What's going on, guys? Patreon Live. We're going to be seeing the link. So if you're watching this part, you missed the live, or you rewatching our crazy antics, which happens. But we're pretty excited about tonight. We got some cool things to give away. We got some neat things to talk about, and so we're getting the link to you guys as we speak. Hope everyone's had a great weekend, and always looking forward to Monday night, and we have a great time. So we are here live, and we'll just start looking for people to pop in, and we'll get things rolling. Got some kind of really a lot of stuff, a lot of things to talk about, and so just make sure you jump in and say hello. If you are on the Patreon page and watching this, you need to go to the link on YouTube. You need to click it and go to YouTube so we can see your chat. Another thing, please do not do top chat. I believe it's the live chat. And that way you're not missing out, because I think sometimes the top chat, it comes out first. And sometimes when we do the giveaways, we've had a couple of times where, it looked that way to me, and then yet on the computer it looked differently. So we just want to be fair, because we want to make sure, we definitely don't want to upset anybody. And in fact, two of the things that we've given away that people thought they were answering first, I think they actually left Patreon. So, please, if you feel like that your answer was first, please let us know, because we want to do something. I mean, we're more than happy to do that. The last thing we want to do is to make people feel that they've been overlooked, because that is not the case. We appreciate it. I see people popping in. Great to see everyone here. And got a lot of cool things to talk about tonight. And great to have you guys on a Monday night hanging out with the crazy crew. I don't know that it's crazier than Robbie when he's here, but we still have a lot of fun. But yeah, we've had a big week this week, a lot of things going on. And man, the weather is really nice. And it's kind of made Sarah Mack want to sleep more, I think.
Yes.
And myself as well. I love this weather. I hope you guys are enjoying it. And some of you guys up in the northern part may be getting some cool, really cold weather. I don't know yet. So anyway, got a lot of cool things to talk about tonight. Welcome. Thank you for popping in. I see people popping in all over. And we do have some cool things to give away tonight, and just some different stuff. And we've got some neat guns that we're going to bring to you. One thing that I do want to talk about up front, and I think they're having a Washington, D.C. rally November 2nd. It's a Second Amendment rally. There's some talk about it. I haven't really got anything concrete, because I need to start putting some stuff up for you guys to see. Now, unfortunately, unless something changes, it's Sarah Mack's birthday on the 2nd. We had already, actually a couple of months ago, had planned to be out of town for that weekend. So it's going to be tough, guys, because I know a lot of people really want, they want to see the support, and I really want to give the support, and I'm more than willing to go to DC, but I don't know that I'm going to be able to. And so anyway, we're going to have to figure that out. But anyway, it is coming up November 2nd, Washington, D.C. I'm going to try to get some details for you guys so you'll have a little bit of a heads up. I mean, that's only a couple of weeks away. We are headed down on Friday, down to somewhere in southern Georgia, to the Iraq Veteran 8888 shoot. It's a big YouTube shoot, big event, and we get to shoot a lot of machine guns mainly. That's the reason I go.
Yeah, and you get to shoot everything. That's the only thing you don't.
Yeah, you get to shoot all kind of stuff. So it's a lot of fun, and of course, somebody's paying the bill. At this point right now, and I'll just throw this out to you guys because it's something that's just come up. We're running really low on 9mm, and so I always try to be careful when I have ammo sponsors. I don't try to overdo it. I try to, just what I need, I let them know. I try to stay real honest with it. Whatever ammo I do have, I try to really use that for the reviews. And sometimes some of Seth's friends come over, and I'll give them some ammo that I have. Like I still have some Freedom Munitions ammo that when they went out, they didn't go out of business, but when they stopped kind of helping support channels, I had some left over. And so sometimes I'll do that, but I'm really careful because I want to do the right thing. Well, I hadn't heard the guy that my contact at Fiocchi, because Fiocchi USA has been sponsoring us for about almost a year and a half. And ammo is our biggest expense. I mean, bar none. And so we're down pretty close on Fiocchi 9mm to like 500 rounds, which is really is barely a review of that. So I got in touch with Fiocchi today. In fact, I didn't have a contact, so I got in touch with John Lovell, the Warrior Poet Society, and he had a contact, but he said they were restructuring and they're doing some things. And so I'm just hoping that I can continue my sponsorship with Fiocchi USA because it's really great ammunition. And I've got a couple of other things in the wings, but you know, it's funny because I was with HPR when I first started. They were great, wonderful, but then they sold and then ended up going with Freedom Munitions. And then Freedom Munitions, you know, they stopped doing the sponsorship. And I think one of the problems was they were sponsoring everybody, everybody. They were just throwing ammo everywhere. And now Fiocchi, I'm like, please don't. But anyway, I just want to give you guys a heads up because it's just one of those things that, I mean, like I say, I mean, typically on a review, we'll put 500 plus rounds, sometimes 1,000 rounds, you know, during the review because we really want to test the gun. We want to get a lot of shot, a lot of shooting. And so that can be very expensive. So anyway, just keep that in mind. And we really do appreciate it. I don't know. I'm just telling you. I don't really expect y'all to do anything. Don't send me any ammo. I'll work out a sponsorship deal. Yes.
Logan Smith asked, Don,
hey, Logan.
I ordered one of Robbie's triggers for my Glock 19 Gen 5 concealed carry gun. Should I order the connector too, or will that make it too light for carry? I haven't received the trigger yet.
What I would do is go ahead and try the flat face trigger. It will improve. It'll improve the action. I mean, the trigger is really nice. Sometimes Robbie, he likes to kind of get it down, the pounds, you know, the trigger pull weight down. A little less than what I personally like, but I don't know that the disconnector may not be a problem. That's with him sometimes doing a lot of the work that he does. But try it first and see. And if you want to bump it up, and of course the great thing with the connector is you can put it in, take it out. You know, so but yeah, I haven't actually tried the connectors. I've just had different flat face triggers, and I really like them. And so but I would try it first, Logan, and then and by the way, I've been working on getting a ZT, and actually ZT sent me 740 for the Get Zone gift guide we're doing for the holidays, and so that's a nice knife. But I still like the one that you showed me at down at the Olight event. That was pretty cool. Yes.
Joseph Anthony asked, have you heard of SG Ammo? They are here in my city.
SG Ammo, yeah, I think I've heard of SG Ammo. But there's a couple of companies that I've talked to in the past, and a lot of times I get kind of loyal because I really want to, you know, kind of stick with who's giving me the ammo, and so I've kind of let some of those things go. So maybe that may be one that I'll look into. Thank you.
Enigma said Sarah's going to have to start reloading for you.
Hey, seriously.
Somebody else said, reach out to James Yeager. He is big with Fiocchi.
Well, you know, it's funny. Robbie Wheaton actually knows the VP of Fiocchi USA. And so I talked to him on last Tuesday, and I think it was Thursday. And he emailed to the guys at Fiocchi because honestly, I didn't have anybody to contact. And then I remembered that John Lovell, he does a lot with Fiocchi. So I think they'll be fine. I think what they've done is typically these ammo companies get excited and they just give out ammo to everybody and their brother. They don't really vet them. They just kind of, you know, somebody could have, you know, a small amount of subscribers and they just start sending ammo, which, you know, I don't blame the people that are getting the ammo, but, you know, for the companies. And that was funny because the director of sales, when they got in touch with me, they said, okay, well, what kind of channel do you have? Do you have a, you know, this person didn't know anything. I was kind of like, okay. But plus, when I was at NRA, and they actually asked me to actually come to the Fiocchi booth, and it was packed. I was very busy the whole time I was there, and of course, we had oh, for crying out loud. Anyway, there was somebody else following me, and they had a big crowd, and so it was a really good thing. And then the guy that was actually the president in Italy was there, and he came up to me and was going, "We really appreciate everything you do." I mean, he was very grateful. So I think maybe this guy or whoever it is, they don't really know much about the channel, which speaks a little bit about them to me, because I was kind of like, really? So anyway, let's just hope. I'm hoping it'll just be seamless, because I said, hey, look, I really like Fiocchi, and it does, guys. I'm telling you that we have no problems with Fiocchi ammunition. I mean, we don't have any kind of issues with it, and that we can continue, because it just makes it nice to have something stable. Yeah.
Yeah, David says Sarah's itchy trigger finger and Robbie's rapid firing.
I know. Somebody was saying, man, you guys just do all these mag dumps. I'm like, well, yeah, I know. We do. And some of it is just for drama.
Well, too, do you want to know if the rifle will handle a mag dump? What if you have to shoot like 15 people?
Well, it was funny. We just, and believe it or not, for those of you who've been wondering, let me see where it is. Here it is. The Rock Island Armory VR80. This is such a fun shot. It is soft. Did I ever get you to shoot it? I don't think you shot it, did you? Sarah Mack said, nah, I ain't gonna do it. But we had a great time with it, and it was funny. It's got 5 rounds, but for some reason Robbie likes to get those 5 rounds out in less than 3 seconds or something, so we're shooting it fast, and we went through quite a bit of ammo. This is a sweet shooting gun. And this is what's crazy. So Rock Island Armory sent this to me, I don't know, 6 months ago, and we couldn't find it. We could not find it, and it ended up being in the original box that it was in. And we have some rifle boxes just up on a shelf, stacked, and they're empty usually. The VR80 was in the box, and so when I found it, because I'd already talked to Martin at Rock Island Armory at NRA, and I told him and Lisa, his sister, I said, I don't think I got it. And so they were like, oh, okay, that's okay. They didn't even care, really. I don't know. But anyway, I have it. I love it. There are so many cool things about this. And we'll talk about this in a few minutes, because I know we have some more questions. But
well, yeah, that's what it's about.
Oh, it's about that? Okay.
Yeah, Kevin Dietrich asked, can't you buy bigger mags for that on Gun Mag Warehouse?
Well, you can get the 9-round. Or if you really want to go crazy, you can get the 19-round. Look at this thing. It is ridiculous. I mean, it is hilarious. I think these are like $50 or something for this size, and the others are like $23. You can only use 2 3/4 in the 19-round. Now, I put something on Instagram, and they were going, 19 rounds. Why not? That's just what they did. It may be just that was the most efficient way to make it reliable. And we had pretty good reliability. We had a couple of times they hung up, but we were shooting it fast. And if you haven't seen it, Robbie took the big one, and we cut that rubber dummy in half with it. I mean, it's pretty epic. It's pretty crazy, actually. But this thing, it's very smooth. Now, really what's cool, and I'm going to show you this, because this is really super cool. I'm going to take the magazine out. It is unloaded. The charging handle is on the right side when you get it, but you'll notice I have it on the left side. This is what you do to change it. You pull it out and you just switch it, and it goes right in. Is that not crazy? I mean, that is so easy to do. And so, instead of going the AK way, I can just pull it out and I can go the Galil way, which I like much better, or a lot of the other. But that is just cool. Another thing too is, if you don't like this thumb hole stock, which, I like a traditional stock, but actually this is a pretty cool stock. This is actually a commercial buffer tube, and you can put a regular AR-15 stock on here, and the pistol grip is a standard AR pistol grip. One thing they've upgraded from the VR60, which had a carry handle and all that, it was all polymer. This is all 7075 T6 aluminum and M-LOK handguard. I mean, this is a cool thing. And then this thing, this barrel shroud, Comes right off. This is just a really cool set. And then you have a smaller little nut that'll fit on here, and you can put it's threaded, so you can put suppressor, or not, well, you can put suppressor. You can put a compensator or a muzzle brake. Has flip-up sights. I mean, this is a cool shotgun. Now, if you want to know the price on these, this is making a lot of noise. The price on this, I think retail is $6.99, and they're looking. I saw one guy said he paid $5.89 shipped. So this is cool. I like this, and it comes with 2 of the 5-round magazines. So I don't know. This has been a lot of fun, and get that stock changed out, and this thing will be slim, trim, ready to roll. Yes.
David said, "Go 38 rounds. Loop it back to the muzzle."
I'm telling you guys, this is absolutely ridiculous. Look at this. I mean, this is like crazy stuff. But here's the thing. 3-gunners, man, they would love this. I mean, this would be a great gun for 3-gunner. In fact, Robbie, who is a 3-gunner, was having a fit about it. I mean, he was really talking about this is a great gun for 3-gun. So, you know, but for home defense, and then you got your 9 rounds. I mean, it's really good to go. So
you're ready to blow someone away.
Well, no, we don't want to do that.
No, I'm just saying if you have to.
I have to. Okay, but anyway, that's just something cool. I mean, if you have some questions about the VR80, you know, definitely pop in there. Plus, it has choke tubes. It has the cylinder bore, the modified choke, and then the full choke, and it has a little wrench. I mean, this is it's just a total package. AR-15 controls all the way throughout, mag release right here, and your enlarged bolt hold open. It's got sling swivels on either part here. Again, M-LOK with Picatinny rail sections. It's just cool. Now, if you shoot it really fast, a lot, this gets hot because the gas system's right under here. Plus, you can change the gas system. This thing just comes right off. Once you pull this off, this whole handguard just comes off. And you can change the gas system from light loads to heavy loads. And it's real simple. I mean, it is so simple. So, yes.
Nancy says, while
Hey,
watching
Nancy.
you shoot the VR80 with the 19 round, I realized I might not be tall enough to shoot that one unless I use the magazine to prop up the gun on the ground.
You could use it as a monopod.
Rick Bourne said Nancy is right.
Oh, my. Well,
Enigma asked, are there any good options for left side charging handles for AKs? Lynch charging handles haven't been in stock for years.
I'll tell you what I would do for an AK is I would get a Galil. Galil Ace. Those things are so sweet. I love the Galil. But yeah, AK, you know, it's just that different size, you know, pulling it over here for some reason. I'm such an AR guy. I mean, I love AKs. I love shooting them. And I work on my manual of arms with the AK. But yeah, switching that out would be nice. Yes.
Oh no. Jammer Jim asks, have you ever checked out the Sightlight SL500 laser bore sighting system? I'm looking at getting one.
No, I have not. I know that there are a number. In fact, I think those guys might have gotten in touch with me. A lot of people are looking at them, and it does make a lot of sense, especially to keep that bore, especially for precision rifle. To me, that would be the one that I would use it for. But yeah, Sightlight, and no, but I haven't, but it would be something that I am somewhat interested in. So, yes.
Jim Waldron asks,
Hey,
does
Jim.
the VR80 cycle light loads like birdshot?
Yes. In fact, we had a bunch of, in fact, with the shotgun, they sent some Fiocchi ammunition that was separate from Fiocchi. I mean, Rock Island Armory sent it. And we were it was high velocity, about 1,350 feet per second. And I grabbed a couple of boxes of that just the red Winchester birdshot low brass. And we put it in. I said, I'm just going to see what it'll do. Man, it just rocked it. It rocked it. And it does have the light gas system connector in there. So, you know, if I was going to shoot, we didn't shoot any buckshot. We didn't. We just took this thing out. In fact, we just took it out and had fun with it more than anything. So, we have something to give away because Sarah Mack is like, okay, we got to do something. Let's see. Okay, this is what we're going to do. First thing we're going to give away. And this is for those of you at the range. This is a Palmetto State Armory muff set with glasses.
Walkers.
And they are walkers. Okay, good. They are walkers. Very good. And a koozie. So nice little set, just basic set, but great for the range, especially guys. This is for those, if you've already got a set, which you probably do, this is great for those that you take out to the range that you're bringing over to the Second Amendment.
To the light side.
To the light, to the bright, to the good side, not the dark side. Okay, so this is an easy question. So get ready, guys. What is the most popular shotgun gauge? What is the most popular shotgun gauge?
Logan Smith says
Logan, 12 gauge. Yes. That one to me was a no-brainer. Logan, there you go. We'll get that out. Make sure that you send your address. If Jerry Weiss, last time he won something, and that's the one person we haven't heard back from. So if you happen to be watching tonight, make sure you get in touch before Sarah Mack drives me to insanity.
I'm just trying to do my job.
She likes to get those things out, and I do too. I want to get things out to you guys. So Jerry, get in touch with us if you're out there. We've had one that nothing. We can't. In fact, it was a nice Olight, and that's been about 2 months ago now.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, please, if you win something tonight, make sure that you do send, even if we've sent something to you before, because it gets lost in the mix. So just please let us know. All right. So any more questions on the VR80? The VR60 is cool. I like it. It's got the carry handle, but it's polymer all in here. And this to me is a huge upgrade. So, and guys, I don't know if you've seen it or not, but if you're interested in a Shield or one of the CZ 380s, not the CZ, the Smith & Wesson EZ 380s, they're doing a $50 rebate right now, where the Shield is like $199 at Palmetto State, and the EZ is like $249, which is great, a great price. And those are two great guns, one for concealed carry, one for, especially for beginner shooters. That CZ, or I keep saying CZ, the EZ 380 Smith & Wesson, that is a soft shooting, very easy to manipulate. If you're looking for a firearm for your wife, or maybe your parents, maybe if they're elderly, maybe somebody that wants to kind of dial it down a little bit, that would be a great option. I just happened to see that on Palmetto State. So, I think $199 for a Shield. I mean, the Taurus is more than that for the G2. So, okay.
David says, I got my Claris, by the way. Thank you. I'll get a picture to you sometime soon.
Thank you, David. Thank you. Yeah. David, I talked to John Lovell, and he's going to Israel Monday. And I thought that that was his trip for the group, because I know John's taking a group to Israel and David's going. And I said, make sure you keep David straight. And he said, no, that's not until May. So I said, okay, well, it must be nice just to take trips to Israel. But anyway, that would be a trip of a lifetime. John Lovell is just one of the best guys I know, just a great guy. If you've never checked out the Warrior Poet Society, John Lovell, talking about educational. I mean, the guy knows what he's doing. I mean, he's a former a Ranger, U.S. Army Ranger, and just a great guy, and does a lot of training. In fact, I might like to get into one of his training classes at some point. He's just down in Georgia. We've talked about doing some collaboration. So I really think that would be a great channel to watch if you're not already watching it. Yes.
Joseph Anthony says,
Joseph.
I took my Masada to the range tonight after work. It's such a nice shooter.
Yes, it is. Yes, the Masada is excellent. And for the price, it's very hard to beat. I mean, there are just so many cool things about the Masada. It's funny, a lot of people like to complain. Speaking of Masada, I've got the Tavor 7, and this is in 308. And I just want to say something about this, because we're working on the review. We haven't finished. We've still got to do another couple of range days at least. But when I've shot this, I honestly thought I was shooting a 5.56. It's that soft shooting. And you thought the same thing.
Yes, I loved it.
Yeah. I mean, it is so soft shooting for a 308. And so we really enjoyed shooting this sucker. So hopefully we'll be getting a review out of this coming up. So this is something that I'm pretty excited about. And actually, it's just nice.
It felt like an AR.
Yeah, it really did. I mean, it's just, I was really kind of ready, 308.
Yeah.
Like. Yeah, and then I had to talk her into it. Sometimes on calibers that are kind of heavy, and two, we're putting it on video. It's not that she won't shoot it. It's just that she's got to be on video.
I don't want to get stupid shooting it. Okay.
Hey, you're not. I'm here. Okay. But, it's just that's one of the things. So we may shoot it some, but for video, if she's shooting it, she usually feels comfortable with it. So, okay, got a question. I got Lance over here. He can come over. Sit.
Enigma says, have you heard the rumor that Smith & Wesson is making a competing gun to run against the SIG P365? Same size, bullet capacity.
Well, I'm going to tell you this. I don't know that. But here's the thing. When I saw that the Shield was really getting deep discounted, I knew it then. I said, I knew it. It's funny because when the SIG P365 first came out, Smith & Wesson, I have a friend of mine over there, and he got in touch with me. He said, hey, could you send us some pictures and some diagrams of the magazines? Because they wanted to get a firsthand look. And so I said, yeah, this is before they actually were, available. But no, it was not the SIG. It was the Glock when Glock came out, because then they were like, well, shoot, we've been stumped now. So, I would be surprised if they weren't. In fact, if they're not, they're missing the boat. So with the P365 and the Hellcat, and there'll be others to follow for sure. So, in fact, right now, that's what I've got. I've got the P365 right here. And I've got one of the Raven concealment little holsters that's very minimal. In fact, Sarah Mac's trying it out for her G43. And you like it, don't you?
Yes.
Yeah.
Carried it to church.
Yeah. Yeah. Don't say that.
Oh, sorry. I didn't.
Don't lie about it now. Okay. We got a question.
Kevin Dietrich says sanctions on Turkey may affect Canik imports? ?
Yeah, it could. What a mess. But it's funny though. There's a lot of the media just got in some trouble. I just kind of got a blip of it on Instagram. I think it was Iraq Veteran. Eric did it, but I think it was CNN. Maybe they just posted some pictures of. This is what's crazy. The shoot, the Knob Creek machine gun shoot. They got video from Knob Creek and said it was the Turks attacking the Kurds. It's just it's really sad that you can't. Even when it's one thing to have a bias, it's another thing to actually falsify information. I don't know what to say about that. But I'm going to tell you, honestly, I hate it because I think the Kurds, they fought for a long time. They've been oppressed, and I'm sure there are other sides of the coin somewhere, but, it's just really sad if what's happening over there that's being reported is happening, because the Kurds have been under siege. Many of you know that, the Kurds really, and the Armenians, especially the Turks, that was a really bad thing. So, but, guys, they've been at war for so long. I don't know, but I hate it.
Sarah Mac, did you steal the new Canik subcompact yet? Not yet.
I've hidden it for a while.
Yeah, she wants to have fun with it. It's okay.
I've hidden it yet because, I'll probably end up doing some other stuff with it with some different reviews, and so I haven't let her get a hold of it yet, because once they get it, it's pretty much my gun, and it's not. I have to beg for it. Yes, go ahead.
Nancy says, any comments from Inner Ordnance as to whether they were surprised by Springfield using the name Hellcat for their new 9mm, even though IO discontinued their Hellcat 380 several years ago?
Yeah, that's a good point. In fact, I've got one of those Hellcats. I hadn't even thought about that. Thank you, Nancy. I had one of the Hellcats. I gave it to one of the some friends of ours, this girl who has, she's a single mom. She has 4 kids. Her husband died in a house fire. And so a few years ago, she went to get her concealed carry permit, And I just gave her the Hellcat because I've had some good success with that little Hellcat. That thing just ran. And so anyway, I gave it to her. So I haven't had it. But I doubt that IO will do anything because they have, they've had a tough time, I'll tell you. Because some of their AKs were just really a mess. In fact, I got a lot of grief working with those, well, the ones I had were fine, but there were some issues. But I doubt that unless they have a patent on it, but who knows? But that's a good point.
McGrag asked, I would like to see the 365 treatment to 45 ACP. How small could a 45 be with decent capacity?
Yeah, I don't know. And, it's like the XDS in 45. It's the same size as the 9mm. I think it's one round short, but it's a single stack. And so that would definitely change things to go with any kind of thickness. But with the technology or whatever they're doing for this design, I could see that they're definitely working on something, I'm sure. So even if they got like a 9-round magazine or an 8-round for 45 with a really small package, that would be pretty impressive, needless to say. So we'll see. I think we're going to see a revolution with a lot of different handguns. It's funny because looking at the single stacks right now, I'm just kind of like, if somebody's going to go buy a pistol, why, it's almost like, why do I want to limit myself? Because of the thinness, with the P365, it is so thin. And that's a big thing for me carrying, especially when I'm carrying appendix, because my shirt, it's got to be able to hang naturally. I don't have to worry about it. And even the Glock 26, it's just thicker. While it's not a huge thing for my body size and everything, it does just make a difference. And I feel much more comfortable carrying a really thin handgun. But if you can get that same thickness in a very small handgun with more round capacity, it's like, wow, So don't know. I don't know if we're going to see the single stacks kind of just fade away at some point. I don't know. We'll see.
Like the PPS, Joseph Anthony asked.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, the PPKs, those, they were small, and of course they're 380, but they're small single stacks, and then the 9mm came out, and it was even smaller, and so it just dropped it down. And so that's one of the things that really changed. I mean, you see very few, except little micro 380s, because they've gotten them so small that it's created a market. But for the larger 380s, there's just not a lot of market for them because 9mm has just gotten that small. And I think that may be the same thing we're going to see with single stack 9mm. But there are people still carry the 1911. There are people who still carry single stack magazines. I mean, obviously, there's a lot of people that carry single stack at this point. But I think we may see a big transition more and more, especially once they become more available and the price. Now that is one thing, the price. Like with the SIG and the Hellcat, they're still running $550. I think I've seen a number of the SIG P365s at like $499. So if you can get a Glock 43 or the Shield for $199, I mean, that's crazy. And so it may be a thing with price. Okay, but we have a giveaway. Okay, now we're going to do a little something. This is a little different. Now let's see. We're going to do this. We have a CRKT Clever Girl. And Sarah Mack reminded me that this is from Jurassic Park. And so, and I guess one of the reasons why it looks like a raptor tooth. Look at this thing. G10 scales. I mean, this is a really nice knife, and really has a good balance to it. Comes with a nice sheath, Kydex sheath. Has holes, you can mount it to whatever, but it also has one of the tech locks that comes with it and hardware. Very nice. So just wanted to do something. In fact, when I first opened it, I was like, man, that's kind of nice. And then I thought, man, that makes it great because this is something that I would like to keep, but I would much rather give it to you guys. So those are the kind of gifts that I like to do. Okay, so CRKT Clever Girl. And this is not a hard one either. What rifle was issued to the U.S. military before the M16? What rifle was issued to the U.S. military, battle rifle, before the M16?
Joseph Anthony.
Joseph Anthony.
M14.
M14. M14 was the shortest issued service rifle in the history of the U.S. military, but it is the longest serving rifle in the U.S. military because they still use them today, especially for long range sniper application. Spotters still use them. I mean, they're still used quite a bit. A lot of that has to do with the .308 caliber. So, and one of my personal favorite rifles. I love the M14. James River Armory to me is the bomb. That's just one of the best M14s out there. Fulton Armory does a good job as well, and Springfield Armory does fine, but they have cast receivers. Now I have one up here, and I love it. It's a little SOCOM, and it's great, and they are great. But the James River Armory to me takes it up a notch. Just thought I'd throw that in there. So you losing? You got it. Okay, now we got a bunch of M14 answers in there.
Yes.
So I'm telling you guys, got to be quick. You got to be quick. This crowd does not play around, which I love. I love that. You guys are a trip. And I'll start seeing yeses already before we even get to our last question, but we'll look at that when we get there. Okay, I've got something kind of cool, and this is something from Turkey. So I don't know that this is the right time to talk about it. I got and I don't even really know. It's Girsan or Girsan or something. It's something. It's something. That's bad. It's just Girsan. Girsan. I think it's some of the Turkish models. I think they do some of the CZ replicas or CZ clones. Look at this thing. This is a Beretta M9 clone. And I'm going to tell you, here I've got the M9A3. I mean, they are identical. I wouldn't be surprised if all the parts didn't just interchange. But this is a really beautiful little pistol. The one big difference is it has finger grooves right here that are in the metal. I thought that was kind of different. This one has a threaded barrel on the M9A3, but on this one, I don't know. It's a nice looking handgun. And I got this for the holiday gift guide we're doing for Get Zone. And this, because, they'll have a list of things, and then I do. It's really like, I hate to say it, but it's almost like an infomercial because it's just, that's what they do. That's one thing I do for them. And I do these gift guide things, and, just introduces a lot of cool things. But this is really cool. I really like this.
David M.N. says, we like shooting, pronounces it Girsan.
Okay.
Just like you said it.
Hey, miracles never cease. Girsan. Well, yeah, they probably could do it better than I can.
So Frank Siegler says, my answer shows up on feed before Joseph's on the giveaway for this last one.
Well, what did we give away? Was that the ninth one? Great. Okay. If that's the case, please send your address. We won't. The CRKT is the only one we've got, but we'll do something very nice if you'll just let us know. So, anyway, this is something coming up, and we hadn't even shot it yet. I hadn't shot it. Looking forward to shooting it though. So, the Turks may be doing some dumb things, but they do firearms. They seem to be doing firearms right. Scary. But, with the Canics, and then I know those, the CZ clones and their Browning High clones. And I have one of the HK clones. That is just a great, in fact, it's licensed under HK. Those are really nice firearms. And so I don't know, but what a mess, right? Okay, now one thing I did talk about early on, but just to make sure everybody kind of gets into the conversation, November 2nd, DC, they're having a 2A rally And I'll get some information out to you guys, and so you can get some details if there's any way that you can go. So just want to throw that out because it's something. Now is definitely the time to start really pushing. And guys, your Congress senators, please get in touch with them. Don't rely on other people to do it. We have got to be in touch. I know here in South Carolina, Lindsey Graham, who is a very pro-gun. I mean, he has been huge pro-gun. In fact, his arguments after Sandy Hook probably saved the AR-15 from being banned. I mean, but he is pushing for red flag laws. Here's the thing, guys, and I'm going to talk a little bit about this because I know Eric Swalwell, that he was running for president at one point. I think he's backed out now. He said that he was calling out people and said that what's his name? What's the real smart guy that's Ben Shapiro. Ben had said some things, and Eric said that he needed to be flagged under the red flag law, whenever it comes up. This is the thing that scares me about stuff like that is, how much are they going to abuse something like that? We have got to fight that. We have got to fight red flag laws. They are too dangerous. California just passed 14 different new bills or 15 new bills that are now into law. One of the most draconian states to live in against the Second Amendment, and they've just passed 15 new laws. And part of that was expanding the red flag law. So guys, we have got to stop it right here. We've got to stop it. No background checks, no red flag laws. I mean, we got to put a halt to it. So just please, let's take a stand. So anyway, that's it's just a mess. Do we have questions? Since I'm just rambling, I don't want to ramble. If you guys have questions, I don't want to miss them. We got other things to discuss. Yes.
Would you ever consider doing a step-by-step video on how to SBR a rifle? Everyone says Google it, but the internet is a truly confusing thing.
Well, I'll tell you, Robbie Wheaton, he is a Class 3 dealer, and that would be a wonderful thing to do through him. I know Skinny Medic just sent me a picture of a suppressor that he just picked up or bought, and he said, well, he goes, I have a year to wait because I mean it's just ridiculous. But that would be a good thing to do. And one thing that we're kind of planning to do, we're getting ready to do some AR-15 builds, and I don't think we'll do it. Yes, we're building one for Sarah Mack, but we're doing some others. I got in touch with Palmetto State. They were asking me some things, what I might want to do, and one of the things I said was I can't put AR-15 builds on YouTube, but I sure can do it on other platforms. And so I think maybe what we could do is, and I need to do one for you guys, just do it from beginning to end. But I thought maybe we'd get Robbie Wheaton to do it, because he is a professional AR-15 builder. And some of the techniques and some of the accuracy things about fitting the barrel to the upper receiver, there are some things that go on there that can really vastly improve your accuracy. And so Robbie and I were talking about it Tuesday, and so we're wanting to put together some stuff. So, but definitely, SBR, talking about, or even suppressors, step by step. Let me talk to him about it, and I'll see him tomorrow, and maybe we can go through some things and get you guys up to speed. So that would be something that I would do on here, and even do some builds just for you guys. I just don't, I've kind of thought about it, maybe doing something on a live video, but I just think that it would be hard to get the camera right. I like to get into the details and get the angles right so you can really see it. That's one of the big things for me. And honestly, it's been so long since I've done anything because of YouTube's restrictions. So, yes.
Logan Smith asked, I like your horse trailer, by the way. Are you going to get a big truck to pull it with now? Well, right now, I'm just going to get it into working condition and then use my mom's car because she has a Ford Expedition, and that thing has a towing package. It can pull like a big truck. So, but eventually that will be the thing to get, my own truck.
Of course, we have the Ford F-150, you know, and it's got a towing package on it, but she don't want to be seen in that.
No, I'll drive it.
Well, we got the hood fixed though, so
yeah, it's not shattered.
Yes.
Joseph Anthony says, I have a Reddit channel I made. If you guys like Israeli weapons, it's our Israeli weapons. No one is in it yet. LOL.
Okay. You know, it's funny. I opened up a Reddit account like a couple of years ago, just because I had a video that went viral because it went on Reddit. It was actually the 25 uses of a condom in a survival situation or something. And so that went viral on Reddit, which went viral on YouTube. But it's funny. I've got 3 videos over there that I've had. I mean, some real popular Sensible Prepper videos that have not had any traction. So leave it in the comments on Patreon, and then I'll check it out. And some of us, you know, some of the guys here might check it out.
Firearms, fuel, and fabrication.
Hey, man.
I bought my KS-47 in a 10.5 inch. Other than optics and shooting it a lot, any recommendations on what to change on one to improve it?
Well, you know, really, I mean, it should be fine right out of the box. I don't know what kind of accuracy you're getting, but I did see where you were talking in a comment. You said you'd gotten the 10.5 inch barrel. But, you know, if, I mean, how is the accuracy on it? I mean, is it doing well? And I don't know that there'd be a whole lot that you would improve on it with the free float handguard. You know, and a 10-inch barrel still would do fine, you know, with 7.62 by 39. To me, that is a more accurate platform for, yes, for that caliber.
Wayno House asks, do you think as a 2A community one day we could create a video website like YouTube?
Well, yeah, well, this is the thing about YouTube, and this is one of the reasons, honestly, this is the reason why that I have a Patreon account. This is the reason, and I say this sometimes, and I'm not going to belabor it, but YouTube brings people that are neutral, may even have some funny things about the Second Amendment ideas. It brings those people and they stumble across a gun video. And then it changes them because they see just normal people shooting, just matter of fact. We're not like bent out of shape. There are channels like that, but we're not bent out of shape. We're not fussing and complaining. We're not negative. We're just, hey, this is great. You need it for self-defense. Look at some of the things that are going on. And we're winning over a lot of people all the time. I mean, thousands of people are coming over to the Second Amendment because what they do is they go, you know what? I need a gun. It's not crazy to have a gun. In fact, it's crazy not to have a gun. So then they go out and buy a gun. Then they get their concealed carry permit because they are starting to think. And then they join the NRA or the GOA or whatever, and then they get involved. And so to me, there's a lot of things out there, and maybe it would be great for the firearm community. You know, Get Zone, Full 30, Gunstreamer, and there's others out there. But I think that though the non-gun owners are not going to those websites. They're just not going. So those are people that are already interested in guns. YouTube gives us a chance, just a glimpse. It's almost like a billboard when you're going down the freeway and they look at it and they go, oh, I hadn't thought about that. And then they think about it and they get online and they're looking around. That's the thing, guys, about YouTube. That is the thing. And that is the reason why that you guys are here, because when I upload the Hellcat video and it is demonetized immediately, and then I appeal it and they confirm it, and then I get in touch with creator support and they say, nope, that's demonetized. You guys just let me go, okay, that's Patreon. This right here, this VR80, this will be demonetized. That KS-47, it was demonetized. So you guys give me the strength, honestly, to say, okay, I'm going to go ahead and upload this video, and Patreon's helping me do it. And that's honestly the truth. The funny thing is even when they do monetize something, I think I saw one the other day. It had like, I don't know, 80,000 views on it. I made like $80. $80. And guys, I spend 12 hours most of the time editing. So I just appreciate it. And I just want you to know. All right. Okay, this is also an easy one, but before we get started, this is something a little different. I have a VanQuest. This is an IFAK, but it can be used for whatever. And VanQuest makes really nice stuff, by the way. Really nice color. I like that. That is nice. Has has elastic bands here. I mean, this is perfect for a trauma kit. But it's also perfect if you want a small survival bag, if you want a fire kit, if you want to do whatever. EDC bag, and this is great. And so I really like the little pulls on here. I mean, this is a good quality bag. And of course, you can put your tourniquet on here. You can do whatever. You can put a small medical pouch if you want to use this for a trauma kit. Guys, if you're going to the range, please have a trauma kit. You should have a trauma kit in your car. You really should. And so, but if you're going to the range, you should definitely have one. We keep them on us all the time. And I'm going to give one of the gun handlers. And I actually did a video on this. This is the coolest thing. It is so, I love these. We carry these to the range. This is a really heavy weighted rubber piece. It's got weights in it, so it makes it really set. It's kind of heavy. And then you just put it up against the table like this, and then you can rest your firearm. And it doesn't shift. It doesn't move. These are fantastic. And we carry these to the range all the time. So I'm doing that and the VanQuest bag if you can guess the next question. So go ahead and start guessing. No, I'm just kidding. I'll ask the question. And the answer is not yes, okay?
Yeah, no.
It's not no either. Okay. All right. Here we go. What caliber is used in the M1 Garand? And I'm talking about military World War II Garands. What caliber is used in the standard M1 Garand?
Oh, Logan Smith.
Logan, you crazy nut.
30-06.
30-06.
Congratulations. Saving us on
30 caliber, M1 30 caliber. It's good. You'll love that. You'll love it. And listen, guys, if you win once, I don't care if you want to win again. We're just going to give, because it's really guys, it's only about 100 people come to the live, but that doesn't matter. We love doing it, so we don't care. But your chances of winning are pretty good as long as you're quick on the trigger. I have had some guys say, okay, I'm going to back off a little bit, but don't, if you don't. But if you want to give somebody else a chance to win sometime, that's fine too. All right.
We don't care.
Now, and then we've got one last thing we're going to give away toward the end, and that'll be a yes or no if you have it or if you can use it. Okay, so what in the world was I even talking about? Do we have questions? We got a lot of answers. We have a lot of answers. Don't have questions, have answers.
Oh, that's funny.
So we've got the gift guide coming up from GetZone. Guys, if you're not tuned in to GetZone, I do put exclusive videos over there that I don't put anywhere else on GetZone. So, but when they do the gift guide, a lot of times I think there's like maybe 10 items on the gift guide right now. The Benchmade is one of them, the 740, this Gearson 9mm. We're going to take this out to the range this week. I really am looking forward to that. Actually, the Hellcat, because Springfield Armory wanted to be a part of the gift guide. So, that'll be good. And then what else is there? There's some pretty cool stuff.
David says gift guide is great. You should definitely do a Christmas list video for spouses.
Yeah, really. Hey, everybody, here you go. That would be kind of neat to do on YouTube. Maybe just a gift guide for things that I'd like.
Are you wondering what to buy your gun-loving husband or wife this year? Here's some things you have to have.
We'll let Sarah Mack do it. Yes.
Oh Lord. Logan Smith asked, "Do you like the subcompact Canic better than the 365 and Hellcat?"
No, No. I mean, and here's the reason. I carried a Glock 26, which Logan, I know Logan likes the 26. The Glock 26 was the big thing about the Glock 26 is that even though it was small, it held 10 rounds, and I could put a G19 mag in. They could put a high capacity mag in there anytime I wanted to. And I kept it, at about 5 o'clock. When I started carrying Appendix, and the reason why I started carrying Appendix is because it's like, boom. And I think I was sitting in my car one time and there was something going on, and I was thinking, my gun is back here. And if I need to get to it, it's real difficult. Now, that doesn't mean that I still don't carry sometimes at 5 o'clock. In fact, I've really been thinking about it. But I like carrying like the Canic or the G26 or other handguns that are double stacked in that position. For me, Appendix style, if the barrel starts getting long, because I do sit more than I want to with doing editing and research and everything, it gets uncomfortable, and I like the shorter barrel. Now the Canic's gonna be fine, but it's thicker. Do I like shooting the Canic more? Yes, I enjoy shooting the Canic more than I do the SIG or the Hellcat. It's a really sweet shooting handgun, and so the trigger is really exceptional. So there's some pluses to it. There's some minuses as far as me carrying, but as far as me shooting, I like the Canic better. I do. But the one thing about the Canic though is because it has the ambidextrous controls on the side, it does make it just a little bit thicker. But still, I love the Canic. I've been so excited about them coming out with one, and then I start going toward but here's the thing for me, guys, and I want you to understand, I am a gun reviewer, so a lot of times I have to look at different things. I'll carry it this way for a while, then I'll think, okay, I'm done with that for a while, I'm going to go to this for a while. And one of the things that early on that was a problem is I was stuck one thing, and so I was carrying that Glock 26. Excuse me, it wasn't that I didn't carry other things, but that was just my preferred way, and I had to go, you know what, a lot of people are Appendix carrying, and I need to understand Appendix carry. Understanding Appendix carry is not carrying it a few days and going, okay, I understand it. It is actually getting into a groove. One thing that I don't do is carry outside the waistband. A lot of people do, but with my body type and everything, it's more difficult to do and to hide it. Now in the wintertime, I can wear a big coat, but even when I wear a t-shirt, because I'm thin, so I'm thin this way, and it really kind of pokes out that way. So what do you think? But
yeah,
I love the Canic. So it's according to if that's the size that you really like. I think it's a great pistol.
Wayno House says, I like all you guys on YouTube, Such, Mac, Hickok, WPS, and IV8888. You and Mac got me to buy my first handgun, the TP9SF.
Good. That is a great gun. And Tim likes them too. I mean, they've done very well. And I'm gonna tell you guys, for the money, I mean, even for them, and I say for the money, they match up to any premium firearm out there. I mean, they just do. They match up to it because the quality's there. So good. Well, thank you. I really do appreciate it.
You have 3 minutes.
Well, you got to be kidding me. 3 minutes. Okay. The only reason I know what time it is, well, besides her saying it, is that the giveaways come, and I know that it's every 15 minutes, and I'm like, really? Okay. So now we have now this is a little different. These are sights. I know I give away sights a lot. This is the excess sights. They are suppressor height. Now, if you like to have a red dot, an RMR or a Shield RMS or a SIG ROMI or whatever, if you like those kind of sights, sometimes it's nice to have the suppressor height sights. But obviously, if you have a suppressor, that's also nice. So this is the suppressor height sights. And I want you to hold on until I say, well, that was so funny last week. We laughed about that all day the next day.
Yes, and I'm watching.
All you guys hitting yes on purpose, before just playing around. But But these are the suppressor height sights. They're these are tritium because they are the DXW night sights, and they have everything you need. This is 4. You ready? Now you can, as soon as I start, well, no, you wait till I say go. Okay, this is for the Glock 17, 19, 22, 23, that whole series. That's what these sights are for. I guess they'd go on the 20, yeah, they'll go on the 26 too, 27. So I'm going to say go when I say go. So hold on, no trigger. So 3, 2, 1, go. And yes is all you need to put.
Oh, David, you got it. David M.N.
David got it. Boy, Rick, man, you were right there behind him.
Well, I mean, it was no.
Like, oh, he said no?
Yes. Oh,
Rick,
Grace.
You're crazy, man. I love it. And Rick, that video on China, whew, yeah, that gets you to thinking, no doubt. I appreciate a lot. Some of you guys you get in touch with me and share things with me, and it means a lot. And I know sometimes I have certain people that'll say, I don't want to drive you crazy. I don't want to bug you. I like the interaction. Now, if for some reason, and I just want all of you to understand this, if for some reason I do not get back to you in a timely manner, or I just don't get back to you, it is not on purpose. Sometimes I see it and I may even read it and then I forget. I don't have time to respond, or the phone rings, or something comes up. So please, just if it's something important and I miss it, please just get in touch with me again and say, hey, did you see this? So I really do appreciate you guys, because it means a lot. I know my buddy Greg Montgomery, we go to lunch about once a month. He lives locally. He is a patron. Great guy. He shares a lot of things with me. We do a lot. And Greg and I will go to a local Mexican restaurant, Chuy's, which is just fantastic. And we just have a great time. And it's just a lot of fun. So I really do appreciate those. And 2, if you do send photos for Patreon, we'd love that. I mean, it just makes it nice, mainly to get other people to kind of say, oh, hey, I might want to come over and watch it. So, but listen, if I forget to post a picture, it is nothing personal. Sometimes it's just like squirrel, and then I'm gone again. So I really do appreciate all you guys do. It is a lot of fun. We love Monday nights. And again, I can't believe it's over. If it wasn't 10 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, we might just go on for another hour, but then Sarah Mack might knock me upside because she's got a couple of things she needs to do. But we really do appreciate it. Again, November 2nd, DC rally. I'm going to try to get some information tomorrow up for you guys. And all of you guys who have won something, please send us your address. Logan won 2 things tonight. You only need to send 1 address.
Yes.
And we've got some pretty cool stuff. I've got some cool stuff also to give away coming up. We've got some people that are donating some things, and it's going to be nice. So anyway, we've got a lot of cool reviews coming up. The VR80 is going to be up in the next. In fact, I was in the middle of it when I came over. Shannon and Grant, they had something to do tonight. Sarah Mack was at the bar until later, and so I was just working on it. But I'll get it up to you guys ahead of time. And anyway, just really appreciate it. Thank you for all you do. Thanks for being here. Thanks for making our week start out on the right note. Because here's the thing, you've been through the comments on YouTube, and sometimes they can be just, ripping. And it's great to know you guys have my back. I love it. And we really do appreciate it, both of us. So thanks, Sarah Mack. Thanks for setting all this up. She gets us going. And we really appreciate you. All those of you who've won, congratulations. All those of you who did not win, we're going to have a bunch of stuff next week to give away. So be strong. Be of good courage. God bless America. Long live the Republic.